Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian whistleblower. I spent 20 years as a Protestant minister in three of the largest denominations in the world. I have a Bible college degree and over 100,000 hours of study in the biblical scriptures. And I'm here because, as Mark Twain said, it's much easier to fool someone than it is to convince them they've been fooled. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying. You've been fooled. You've been tricked into accepting a fear and guilt-based control matrix perpetrated by big-time religion, largely through the use and misapplication of a New Testament that's misapplied in and of itself. And I'm here to help you unindoctrinate yourself. And I want to bring to you tonight 3 reasons why every thinking person must reevaluate the New Testament. Every thinking person must reevaluate the New Testament, especially every thinking person of faith must reevaluate the New Testament. I'm going to give you 3 reasons which, unless you're brain dead, 3 reasons unless you're just completely stupid, and stupid means that, well, let's talk about that. Ignorant means you don't have the information, so you're really not to be blamed. Stupid means you have the information and you decide to ignore it. If you are driving your car 50 miles an hour, you go around a blind bend and run off into a ravine because the bridge is out and you didn't know it, you're unlucky. If you know the bridge is out and you're still going 50 miles an hour around a blind ravine, then you're stupid. I'm trying to keep you out of the ravine, ladies and gentlemen. 3 things every thinking person, at least especially persons of faith, must consider about the New Testament. Number 1, a little bit of a history lesson. The New Testament was written in the Roman province of Judea. They were people under martial law. They were people under military dictatorship. They were people under military domination. They were a subject nation. As such, there were officials called censors, and this is where we get our word censorship from. And these officials were assigned per capita, per the population. And their job was to, number 1, read and approve every single document that was written to make sure that there was no seditious wording going on. And number 2, to infiltrate and make sure that they did get a hold of every single document that was being published. So what that means, ladies and gentlemen, is that the New Testament as you know it, the New Testament as you hold it in your hot little hands, that New Testament was read, vetted, edited, and approved by the Roman government. And in case you don't realize it, we're worried today about the New World Order. The Roman government, at least from the Western perspective, was the original world order. Every jot, every tittle, every line, every promise in the book that you say is mine was read, vetted, edited, and approved by the Roman government. That brings a whole new meaning to render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, doesn't it? If you're a thinking person of faith, you must consider the fact that the New Testament was read, vetted, edited, and approved by the original world order, the first one world government, the Roman government. But wait, there's more. Because after it was read, vetted, edited, and approved, for the next 1,500 years, for the next 1,500 years, into the 16th century, the New Testament was under the exclusive domain of the Roman Catholic Church. How does that make you feel, my Protestant friends? How does that make you feel, my anything other than Catholic friends? It's said that power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely, as my laundry timer is going off, but we'll ignore it for a few more minutes. What was done to the text of the scriptures over those 1,500 years when they were exclusively held and dominated by the Roman Catholic Church? Well, I think that's a question that thinking people of faith must address. But wait, there's more. Because not only was the New Testament, as you hold it in your hot little hands right now, or your cold little hands, depending upon what part of the world you're in, not only was it read, vetted, edited, and approved by the original world order, the Roman government, not only was it the exclusive domain of the Roman Catholic Church for nearly 1,600 years. The Protestant Reformation didn't really get rip-roaring until the middle of the 16th century. It was also read, vetted, heavily edited, and republished by the Second World Order, the government of King James and his merry men, the British Empire. We're worried today about being dominated by a new world order. We're worried today about being dominated by a one world government. We rightly fear being dominated by governments. We now understand how governments are. We now understand what governments do. We now understand how governments act. Let me see if I can put this in perspective for you. Three great entities have brought the New Testament to you: the Roman government, the Roman Catholic Church, and the British government, the British Empire. What if you had the George W. Bush authorized version? It's the same thing, ladies and gentlemen, as the King James, as the Roman government, as the Roman Catholic, a socio-political leader. Some of you, I think, might have a little trouble misremembering the George W. Bush version. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me again, shame on, shame on somebody. You might have a little trouble with the George W. Bush version of the Bible. What about the Barack Hussein Obama version of the Bible? Some of you, well, you might have a little difficulty with that too. Same thing. And what about the Donald Trump, huge Donald Trump version of the New Testament? Believe me, it's good. It's really good. Trust me, I'm telling you, it's good. It's big. You might have a little trouble with that. And well, you should. You should have trouble with the George Bush version of the Bible. You should have trouble with the Barack Obama version of the Bible. You should have trouble with the Donald J. Trump version of the Bible. And for the very same reasons, you should have trouble with the Roman government version of the Bible. For the very same reasons, you should have trouble with the Roman Catholic Church version of the Bible. And for the very same reasons, you should have trouble with the King James one world government, second world order version of the Bible. You know when the government's lying because their lips are moving. You know they love you so much. Don't worry. We're from the government, and we're here to help you. The only thing more scary than hearing we're from the government and we're here to help The only thing more scary than hearing we're from the government and we're here to help you is we're from the government and we're here to save you. Thinking people are going to question this. Friends, don't let friends blindly follow government documentation. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian whistleblower, encouraging you, asking you, isn't it about time that you begin to guide your own spirit? Isn't it about time that you begin to master your own ascension? Isn't it about time that you become your own guru? Isn't it about time that you unindoctrinate yourself? And isn't it about time that you like this video? Isn't it about time you share this video? And isn't it about time that you subscribe to this channel? It is easier to fool someone than to convince them they've been fooled. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying. Jeffrey Daugherty, your friendly neighborhood Christian whistleblower. Ask questions, question answers, stay fearless, my friends.